Let us continue towards the economic environment in India. In our yesterday's topic, we have studied about demonetization and its features. So, if we will want to observe the economic environment in India, we have to observe the following points. These are nothing new points we have studied as a part of element of economic environment. India, that means I'm telling about India, I'm talking about India, that means I'm talking about various macro level factors that see that to observe any country's economic environment, we have to go through for the following points, that which kind of economy they are having. So here India, you can observe that we are having a mixed economy, that public and private sectors both are working, that what are the economic policies of government, including industrial, monetary and physical policies, or economic, how the government is working in our economy, that Indian government is working through economic planning, 5-year plans, but nowadays these are being changed from 2014, that these 5 years plan have been changed. They are not working some in other forms. Annual budgets, we are working through annual budgets. And what about our economic indices like and Sensex or Nifty, etc., as well as what about our national income? That if I'm talking about India, so these are the few factors. On the basis of these, I can talk about the economic environment of India. So Indian economy, as you know, it is basically rural in character. That 70% nowadays, if I go that into the facts, that it is being reduced, but still it is being asked that 70% of the population employed in agriculture, 85% of the population is living in villages. These are the topic not for the purpose of examination, but the topic we are having in our syllabuses, impact of changes of 1991 to the Indian economy. That's why we are studying this, but rare chances that these are being asked in the examination. Where at that time for 1947 and till date improving, it is being improving. Communicable, we can talk about communicable diseases. Widespreads are there and mortality rates are high, but nowadays we have improved in these conditions. To come out from these conditions of 1947, that government and day by day 1991 May, that major economic policy changes were there. Then the government has taken the few steps. Let us have a look on these steps. That government has reduced the number of industries from compulsory licensing to 6. Earlier, many sectors, 23 sectors or more sectors were in the public sector. Now it is being restricted to 6. Many of the industries reserved for public sector under the earlier policy, they were de-reserved. That means privatization was there. Privatization was done with the help of disinvestment also. And policy towards foreign capital was liberalized. That means earlier, before 1991, that foreign capital was not allowed to be invested in India. But after that, 100% foreign direct investment was permitted, or a foreign investment promotion board was set up. Let us study in detail about the liberalization. So what do the liberalization means? That liberalization means that making laws very liberal. There was liberalization was the end of licensed permit quotas, or that many of the industries they were abolished from the licensing requirements. freedom in deciding the scale of business, no restriction on the expansion or contraction of business, removal of restriction. Earlier there was a restriction that this particular goods can't be imported or exported. Now there is a removal of restriction on the movement of goods and services. Freedom in fixing the prices of goods, reduction in tax rates, lifting of unnecessary controls, simplifying procedures for imports and exports, making it easier to attract foreign capital and technology. It was relating to liberalization. But if someone asks us that name that term where the Indian business and industry was removed from unnecessary controls, so we will say that this is the liberalization. Privatization, that new economic setup was there, that the private sectors were permitted to enter in the public sectors, like banks are there, insurance are there. Before 1991 there were only public sector banks, but after 1991 that banks and there was lots of changes. Banks and insurance companies was also permitted to be in the private sectors. A disinvestment was made. Disinvestment means that public sector shares were sold to the general public. There was dilution of government ownership beyond 51%. As you have stated, that government companies were there. Government companies were those companies where government was having more than 51% share. Now the government sold the shares and it was having less than 50% shares. Globalizations, where the integration of various economies of the world leading towards the emergence of cohesive global economy. That means various countries की जो companies थी वो इंडिया में आकर business करने लगी, और licensing of imports as early we liberalization में हमने पढ़ा कि licensing of imports जो था वो किसी fields में हमने खत्म कर दिया, tariff restrictions हटा ली. तो ग्लोबलाइजेशन करने के लिए मीन्स वेरियस फॉरेन कंपनीज को इंडिया में आकर बिजनेस करने के लिए हमें अपनी पॉलिसीज को लिबरल करना पड़ा. एक्सपोर्ट्स प्रमोशन और टैरिफ स्ट्रक्चर को जो है वो रीसेट करना पड़ा, और रैपिड बट उसका रिजल्ट भी हमें ये मिला कि हमारी रैपिड एडवांसमेंट इन टेक्नोलॉजी थी आफ्टर द 1991. So, bus, we have to just to do the meanings here. Meaning of liberalization, privatization and globalization. Now see what was the impact of government policy changes on the business and industry. The first one was increasing competition. Earlier there was only few cars. Before 91 automobile sector की बात कर रही हूँ मैं, that मारुति वॉज देयर, हमारी एम्बेसडर जो है वो इंडियन कंपनीज थी की कार्स थी. आज अगर आपने कहीं पर कार लेनी है तो यू हैव टू थिंक कि मैं कौन सा ब्रांड लूँ. 10 ब्रांड आपके दिमाग में आते हैं. तो इंक्रीजिंग कंपटीशन वाज देयर इन द फील्ड ऑफ टेलीकम्युनिकेशन आल्सो, एयरलाइंस, बैंकिंग, इंश्योरेंस विच वर अर्लियर इन द पब्लिक सेक्टर. तो इम्पैक्ट हमारे मोर डिमांडिंग कस्टमर्स हुए. when we were at your age, हमारे घर में तो शायद फोन हुआ ही नहीं करता था, बट जब फोन आए, जैसे जैसे we grew, फोन आए तो ओनली लैंडलाइन वाज देयर. और आज देखो आपके घर में इफ यू आर द 4 members you might be having at least 4 phones, mobile phones at your home and 8 networks. सो मोर डिमांडिंग कस्टमर्स जो है वो, जब 1991 की पॉलिसी का क्या इफेक्ट हुआ कि कस्टमर जो है वो मोर डिमांडिंग कस्टमर्स हो गए, एंड दे वर इन द वाइडर चॉइस इन परचेजिंग बेटर क्वालिटी ऑफ गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज. रैपिडली चेंजिंग टेक्नोलॉजिकल एनवायरनमेंट, टेक्नोलॉजीज में भी इम्प्रूवमेंट्स हुई. वी स्टार्टेड वर्किंग ऑन द रोबोट्स, है ना. टफर चैलेंजेस हमने टेक्नोलॉजी में फील किए. तो इट वाज ए चैलेंज फॉर द इंडियन इंडस्ट्री आल्सो. At that time, if you have studied in your class economics class, there was a necessity for change. 1991 में अचानक से we have to take this decisions because we were lacking in our foreign reserves. तो हमें एक वर्ल्ड बैंक के थ्रू हमें किसी तरह से कंडीशंस रखी गई कि जो है वो अगर हम फॉरेन रिजर्व्स को इकट्ठा करना चाहते हैं तो हमें एलपीजी की पॉलिसी को अडॉप्ट करना होगा. तो देयर वाज ए नेसेसिटी फॉर चेंज. और फिर देखो फॉरेन से कंपनीज आई और दैट इंडियन एंटरप्राइजेस को सफ़र करना पड़ा क्योंकि वहाँ पर ट्रेंड पर्सनल नहीं थे तो पर्सन्स को ट्रेनिंग देनी पड़ी. इट वाज also a challenge before Indian economy or I should say businessman. और इसका लास्ट इम्पैक्ट की बात करूं तो मार्केट ओरिएंटेशन. लॉट्स ऑफ प्रोडक्ट्स was there. Earlier firm used to produce first and go to the market for sale, लेकिन जो है वो अब हमारी जो टेक्नोलॉजीज थी वो प्रोडक्शन और ओरिएंटेड हो गई. मीन्स हम जो है वो कस्टमर की टेस्ट के अकॉर्डिंग जो है वो प्रोड्यूस करना शुरू कर दिया हमने. हम पहले मार्केट मीन्स अपने कस्टमर्स को एनालाइज करते थे, फिर उनके अकॉर्डिंग गुड्स प्रोड्यूस करते थे. सो इट वॉज ऑल अबाउट द चैप्टर. इट्स ओके. थैंक यू.